There's no going back now. Oh, we're live.
Yeah.
Sort of.
Sort of. Yeah, I know. I mean, Jesus Christ. Everyone's lucky I just didn't show up in my pajamas, right? Because I swear to God, I just rolled out of bed and I'm like going, fuck this shit. I don't feel like
It is a fuck this shit type day.
It is,
It really is. All
it's like
around.
I didn't even want to like change out of my pajamas, but it's like, oh, I
I
gotta be
didn't want to
civilized.
get up. Fuck
Yeah.
this shit. Didn't want to vlog. Fuck this shit. Didn't want to go through these emails with some of the shit, man. And my DMs were even worse. So it's just like, fuck this, fuck. And now we're deleted from Facebook for today, probably. I don't know.
Probably.
All right, hold on. Let me be enthusiastic.
Okay, yeah, let's
right.
Let's kind of like get the vibe
Good
going.
morning, everyone. It is February 19th, 2024, and you are watching the Rage Into the Vlogs. Yeah. There. Does that sound?
Well, I think might need to be a little bit more convincing later, but hey.
You want to do an intro?
Yeah, let's do the intro.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, all right. Oh my God!
For me.
You know it's going to be one of those mornings when Nita actually lost a cup of coffee in front of her face.
I did. And then I thought I had enough time during the intro to grab my vitamins because I'm like, yeah, a little, or my supplements, like a little cayenne and cinnamon. It's good for the soul type shit. And it's like, I can't even get the shit before the intro's over. So now I'm going to gag in front of everybody while I swallow pills.
Well, hey, that seems to be the... Because I swear to God, it's like I rolled out of bed this morning and I'm like, I don't even want to get dressed. I don't want to put pants on. I don't want to do anything.
Mondays are bullshit.
I mean, I don't know if it was just the fact that and also it's a holiday too today.
It's a holiday again?
Yes.
How many of them things do we have?
I don't know. Well, last Monday was Lincoln's birthday, which only a couple of states actually what's the word,
celebrate
or something like that. Yeah, exactly. And it's like but federally they wait for today, which is President's Day. Technically today is the actual holiday.
Then why is my husband at work?
Well, because he doesn't work for the feds.
I know. Fucking bullshit.
Yeah,
goddamn blue collars.
But I mean, yeah, it's like look, I'm lucky. Everyone's lucky that I just didn't show up in my pajamas.
That would have been hot, though.
Oh, brother.
Would have been like, good morning, Daphne.
Yeah, sure. It's like me and my flannels.
Nothing sexier than a lumberjack in the morning.
Oh my goodness. No, instead it's like I just did the best I can today. Actually today that's exactly what I guess the vibe of today is, just to do the best we can. Oh my goodness. So who's joining us on this Monday trying to wake everybody up?
The usual. It's Michael Joseph H4. Let's see, Ronan. Rob Multari. Good morning.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning.
It is a miserable Monday.
I got a sinus infection that's effing with my head, and I don't get a day off. Oh, and it had to happen on a Monday too, right?
Good morning, Paul.
Good morning, Paul. Good morning. Oh my goodness. And yes, I see you, my beautiful eyeball people watching us from regions beyond. If you are watching us from Facebook, if you're watching us from LinkedIn, if you're watching us from Twitter, come on over to YouTube, join the sexy people.
You're watching
no, I refuse. I refuse.
Go to the just be like,
I refuse. Yeah, I refuse. Come on over to YouTube, join the sexy people in the chat. Keep everybody company here, because at least this way we can actually see your comments, and and we can converse how we're going to end up today. Yeah, I guess, I don't know.
Damn, what is wrong with my mic? Okay, there we go.
Yeah, so so I guess we might as well just get the official introductions going around. Maybe that'll help wake me up. Yeah. So hello everyone. Oh, that's not gonna work.
Try again.
My name is Daphne Lage, and I'm a cartoonist, illustrator, and a comic book artist from New York. I have been self-publishing comics since 1992, and you know what that means. What does it mean?
I got nowhere else to go! I got nowhere else to go! I got nothing else.
It's true. It's true. And I am known for the furry fantasy adventure Tall Tales, which returns to Kickstarter later on this year with the re-release of issues 1 through 5 of the next story arc, Tears of the Mother, and the brand new issue 6. So keep an eye out for that. And currently, I am known for my medieval fantasy drama, Eagle Raven, Heir of the First Unicorn, which is on Kickstarter right now. I think it has 11 days left on Kickstarter. Issues 8 out of this 15-issue story arc. Still can't believe it, but hey, take a shot every time I say that. Yes, but all the links are in the show notes and in the chat. I posted them up in the chat as well. So check that out as well. You have 11 days to help support this campaign. But in the meantime, you can read both my comics online at eagleworks.com. That's EGOWORKS, and talltalesonline.com. That's TAILS online.com. And you can check out all of my videos on how I make my comics here on YouTube at my channel at Daphne Lage, Lage Art, which also simulcasts through the Indie Comics Network. So make sure you like, share, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so that you get notified whenever any of our shows go live. And we got a lot of shows now.
We do.
To tell you more about it, here's Nita.
My name is Nita Lanning, and I just happen to own the Google channel that's behind the Indie Comics Network. So yeah, there's that. We've got a lot of great stuff coming starting this week. Christie Shinn will be joining us with her Demon Bitch Lunch Hour. Timothy Fling has just recently joined us with the Creative Cranium. He just did his first episode with us, which was his 50th. So that was interesting. We've got Hoi and Kai coming from Hyde Hermit Studios. They'll be joining us, I believe, next week. And beginning this week, we have Paul Gomez and Dillon Moore with Unchained. So yeah, we've got a lot of new stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
And I'm stoked. I'm stoked. I really am. Like, I know I seemed completely unenthused this morning.
Well, look, this is everybody today. This is everybody.
Is not Folgers in my cup. There was no best part of waking up this morning.
It's like, what is it? If Folgers in your cup is the best part of waking up, you're best staying in bed. Oh my goodness. So yeah, so what's going on, Nita?
If you don't have a topic today, I'd like to touch on a couple of things.
Oh, so you feel touchy-feely today?
I do. I think it's been a while since we talked to these motherfuckers about social media etiquette.
Oh no, has it been a problem?
Yes. It has. It really has.
Like, oh my goodness.
Like, what are some things that people do that irk you? Like,
everything.
What are Jesus Christ?
No, that's not true.
Morning for this. We're out. We'll see you guys Friday. Yeah.
No, I mean, I don't know. I mean, it's like when people who've never contacted me before end up in my DMs trying to like act like we're besties. You know, it's like oh, hi, hey there. And it's like, who are you? You know,
Yeah,
it's like,
creepy.
you know, or yeah, like, you know, we have, I've been getting a lot of the fucking Fiverr spammers.
Oh God,
They're
those are
going
the
straight
worst.
into my DMs now. Oh, are you know, it's like, oh, I would like to speak to you about your
Do
campaign.
you know why that's happening?
Why?
Creators, for the love of fucking God, hear me out. Privatize your accounts. You are the reason why we are being fucking bombarded with spam if you are not privatizing your account.
What does that mean?
Okay, go into your settings on Facebook and put it to where people cannot see who your mutuals are. Because what these Fiverr fuckers do and these fake ass marketers and publicists do is they find somebody who's connected with fucking artists and shit, say like you, myself, Heather Ellen, or whatever. They go onto their account and they befriend one of them.
Right.
And then they start just sending friend requests to their entire fucking friends list.
Right.
If you privatize that, they can't see your mutuals. If they can't see your mutuals, it stops them in their fucking tracks for the most part. So if everyone, if every one of us privatized our settings, I mean, don't privatize your wall. You want that shit public,
right? Yeah,
you want people to see it.
Right, because that's also
privatize that, and it's bad enough that they can go into your post and they can see who comments or whatever.
Right, yeah.
But the very best thing you can do is privatize your friends list. If you have a pro account, to privatize your followers. And once you've done that, when you do see them pop up in your post, be it in another group or on your own page, and block those motherfuckers.
No, I do.
Stop them. Just slaughter them motherfuckers.
Yeah, because I've been getting a lot of those lately, and it's just like, ugh.
Well, you can thank someone on your friends list for that.
Well, you know, I mean, it's like, look, they're in groups, they're everywhere, so it's like, it's just so
but
obnoxious.
we can prevent it. Well, we can't prevent it, but we can really, really, really hinder them, especially when it comes to the groups and
because I'm pretty sure everybody, like, there was this one guy who posted saying, it's like, like he literally showed his list. Hey, Timothy, that he showed his list. Slipping my DMs back to their Kickstarter. Yeah, So
my
one guy. There was this one guy. He posted up. It's like, oh, is anybody having this problem? I just launched my campaign, and he was showing his DM lists on Kickstarter. Like, these are people contact, and there must have been like 30 or 40 people, like literally copying, pasting the same thing. Oh, we've checked out your campaign
every goddamn day.
And I joke going, oh, they actually wait for you to launch your campaign. I usually get these like the second I put up a pre-launch page.
Or here, the ones that irk me the most, is like, when you see me posting someone repeatedly or regularly, usually that is a paid client, but I try to pay attention to as much people as I possibly can, especially those that I like. The one thing I hate the fucking most is when some dipshit that I don't talk to or someone who fucking deliberately fucking avoids me from time to time suddenly wants to be my friend right as their campaign goes live.
Let
me tell you something, motherfucker. Okay, like if a random stranger messages me, it's bad enough because it's like we've never interacted. I don't know you, whatever. You know, and that's bad enough. But when somebody who never shares your shit, and I'm not saying share my shit because the network itself, I think I handle that pretty good on my own. I appreciate it when people do, but I share a shit ton of artists and a shit ton of fucking campaigns. And if you've never shared anything that I've shared, or I go to your wall, and that doesn't have to be something I share. If I go to your wall after you've DM'd me, and the only thing I see is the comic book fucking publisher that you're associated with, or your own shit, I'm just gonna unfriend your ass. Well, because the audacity, you want love, but you don't want to give love. There's an exchange here. If you're one of those motherfuckers that can't ever show affection, like share somebody else's campaign or hang up another creator, do not waste your time DMing me because that will only get you blocked.
You know, it's funny.
I'm done.
That was a topic I think one of Jose's previous shows. For those of you who missed yesterday's show, it's in the playlist. It's Talking Comics on a Sunday with JD Calderon.
Right.
Because he likes to keep his titles, like on the nose. So that's in the playlist if you missed it yesterday. But there was like a previous show where he was talking about, oh my God, what's that word? Reciprocity? No, viscosity. No, it's
reciprocation.
Yes, he was talking about reciprocating. Just I guess like attention. It's like, oh, we'll trade links or this, that, and the other thing, and it's like, and like how important is it for creators to actually reciprocate with other creators? Like, okay, it's like, like for me personally, it's kind of like a half and half. Right. Like I'll share campaigns if I really, really like the book. I'll share stuff if I really, really like it. It's like
I'm not saying share everything, because I understand we get busy, but it takes 5 seconds to fucking click share, dude.
They're like certain things that like I obsessively talk about, but it's like I don't expect those creators to do anything for me in exchange. Like, look, I just like your shit.
But are they doing something for someone else besides just themselves?
You know what? I don't really pay attention. Like, you know what? It's like, I'm not.
I guess because it's my job, I find it offensive.
Yeah.
You want free fucking labor. You want me to acknowledge you out of the 20,000 people that are fucking following me.
Right.
You're suddenly you're in my DMs requesting that I share your shit. And it irks the fuck out of me.
You see what it is? I think with you, it's a little bit more aggressive because you're a marketer, right? So it's like you
I'm a person with a computer that likes comics, and one day
and
was like, "Hey, I'll pay you," and I was like, "Hey, that works."
Right, and you literally get paid to share links and whatnot, right? And also, it's like you also share out a lot of links to things that you do like, and I think what happens is that people mistake that as oh, you have to promote my book.
Not even, buddy.
And because I've seen some of the posts that you get, and it's like, whoa, where are people coming off like this?
Like, I've had people come in demanding me. Like, well, I swear to God, the last time Rob was live, someone sent me something, or no, it was the last Nightwolf campaign.
Okay.
The last time I was working on Nightwolf with Rob Multari, someone messaged me and was requesting I share their stuff. And I did.
Right.
Because I'd seen them share people a few times before.
Right.
So
okay.
It wasn't that big of a deal.
Right.
I actually don't mind throwing up a free post here and there.
Right. Okay.
And I do as many as I possibly can. Dude fucking messages me a little bit, like a day or two later, and he's like, "I don't understand why you show favoritism to certain creators." And I'm like,
"What?
I said, excuse me?"
Yeah.
And he said, "Well, I saw you share Nightwolf like 20 times in one day on different groups and stuff.
Okay.
And you shared my page, my Kickstarter one time."
Oh, well, yeah. Well, one, because Rob pays you.
Well, it was like, excuse me? But even if Rob didn't pay me, my point is I am not a fucking corporation.
Right.
Like, I'm not.
Because that's the thing. Like, where did? Oh, okay. So it's like
you shared. Get off.
Right. Like
you should have said thank you, but instead you jump in my DMs and tell me fuck you. No, fuck you, buddy.
Right. Yeah. So now it's like we're deleting all of your shit off our feed.
Right. And so I made sure that I went and found that post and fucking deleted it. And I took it out my group too, because I'm like, entitled prick.
Right. So that's like kind of strange.
But it's frequent.
Like
it's frequent.
So so I can definitely see how it's like you get kind of like a more aggressive form of this, because I mean, I've had people ask, and it's like, and if honestly, and it's like, especially if I think that like your book is in kind of like the same genre as mine, like I'm more likely to share someone's campaign or book or whatnot if it's something I'm personally interested in, or it's related to the genres that I'm interested in.
Good morning, Grant.
Hey, Grant.
Sorry,
so
just for my rant.
So so it's like if So if you're doing a fantasy comic, more likely than not, I'm going to share that. It's like if you're doing something that I'm already interested in, I'm going to share that. C goes, as a person posting on the internet. Oh, hold on really quick. I just gotta.
Okay.
No,
C said, as the person posting on the internet, I have the right to show favoritism. Sorry. That's absolutely right. Because each one of us, that no matter which platform we're on, these are our own personal pages, groups, etc. We reserve the right to share what we want to share. And you also do reserve the right to not share at all if that's your fucking choice. But if you are DMing me and there are no decimal points and dollar signs, or what, I mean, I hate to say it's like it's all about the money, because it's not. Because I do share a bunch of shit that's not. But if you're coming at me and you don't share other people and you want me to share your stuff, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. In fact, if you do that, if you DM me like that, I will completely erase you. You're unfriended, unfollowed, and blocked sometimes.
I mean, because that is rude. That is like I don't understand like what makes a person think that's appropriate. Oh, Grant says people are so damn entitled. Try not to let it piss you off.
I try not to, but I swear, like in the past month, since the holidays have passed and things are picking back up, it's been more so this year than ever before. Like I get to where like I wake up and I'll see the 99 plus notifications and I'm like,
Oh yeah. No, there was a post where I saw somebody was saying that they had 70,000 unread messages and they were just going to do a full delete, but they felt like they couldn't do that because they might miss something. But I'm like going, look, honey, if you have 70,000
you've already missed
messages, you've already missed it. Just delete everything, start from scratch. If it's that important, they'll contact you again. But you're not, nobody's going to
but also try to stay on top of it. If you're doing this and you have a larger following or whatever, stay on top of it. Hit your email every morning and every night. Just glance over it. You can tell usually with email by the little link, like, and your messages too. Like if somebody is just saying, "Hey, I'm sorry," you could be trying to be friendly, but I don't answer DMs that say "Hey" because that either leads to somebody automatically wanting to solicit without being a friendly hello exchange. You've got to say hello, be nice, but get to the fucking point too. But also, let me tell you something, gentlemen. If you just drop in any female's DMs and you just say, "Hey," usually that means there's a dick pic coming, so we don't even open those. Like, we don't open those. We just don't. We're tired.
Also, just also to kind of like put it out there, I'm really shitty at keeping track of my DMs and stuff, especially on social media.
Yeah, Daphne's left me hanging in her DMs for 2 years.
Yeah, I'm really bad at that. Like honestly, it's like if you really want me to pay attention to something that you need, sometimes it's best just to email me, and my email is on my website. Hey Jake,
it's not that simple when it's when your job is directly related to social media. Like I do that on certain platforms, like Twitter's no DMs, Instagram's no DMs, and if you do DM me, you're forwarded or redirected to my Facebook Messenger because I like to be able to read a longer version of the shortcut, and also with my Samsung phone, I'm allowed to open the message without even showing it was read. And so, like, there's that. Yeah, that's exactly how it goes, Paul.
Paul, exactly. Hello. Hi. Hi there. No, delete. Actually, that for me, that depends on how much I'm paying attention to. Like I said, it's like if you really need me to know something, you're probably better off emailing me than sending a DM, unless I know you already. If I've conversed with you already,
or we've met in a live stream, or chatted in a group,
it's like, yeah, I'll answer you in DMs because we've spoken before. But if we haven't spoken before, if I don't really know you personally and you're just popping up, either I'm going to like just miss it in general on Facebook, or it's like, if it's really important, just because what's funny, spammers, those fucking Kickstarter Fiverr guys, they have no problem emailing me.
Right.
They have absolutely no problem emailing me. Those assholes from Kickstarter. Oh, I checked over your campaign and you qualified for free promotion. That we're able to, that we'll donate $50 to your campaign if you sign up with us. And it's like the spam. You see, the difference is that on my email, I can actually report you as spam.
Do you know how many people I solicit for work? Do you know how many people Heather Ellen solicits for work? Like the people that genuinely
right.
I mean, the closest thing to publicists out here right now.
Right.
You know how many people we solicit?
I think zero, because I think more people come to you than you would need to go to anybody.
Never,
right.
ever, not even once messaged someone and been like, hey, I offer paid services. If I've either helped them for free or they approached me, and that's just how it's a fucking organic thing.
Right. Yeah.
Do not trust anybody that has a Fiverr profile.
Oh no, like, absolutely not.
Serious.
Absolutely
like, and that sucks, because there may be a handful of good
but
people,
you never know, because you know what? You don't know.
know.
You don't know, because they're so drowned out by the scammers that it's like, you know what? They're the ones that need to separate themselves from the scammers. It's not your job to say, oh, maybe this is the one. No, it's not. Statistically, it is not the one. Not all spammers. Yes, all spammers. Oh my goodness. Yeah. But yeah, that's so it's like I don't know. That's just been pretty so when Jose was talking about it, the funny thing is, right? So it's like, how important is no, absolutely, Allison, block and block often. You see, I don't have a problem with blocking people. It's like, you know what? It's like, no, there comes a point where it's like, even like they get in the way of being able to do work.
Out of here, Ojo. But it's true. It's true. It's true. It's true.
It's like they get in the way of you being able to do work because they waste they just waste your time. So it's like, you know what? Block and block often,
And a big thing going around right now that you're hearing from people, or especially people who like to start shit. Oh, blocking is for cowards. I mean, I'm not
like,
going to
name
names,
block.
But when you're wheeling around in the comics world,
right?
Like there's a lot of fucking talk about
the only people who say blocking is for cowards.
Peace.
Yeah, the only people who say that blocking
but I'm not going to argue with a fucking brick wall.
No, absolutely. It's like, no, the only people who say blocking is for cowards are assholes who just want to start shit. We have nothing to add to a conversation. They just want to shit start. Those are the only people who say blocking is for cowards. It's like, you know what? Yeah, okay, you're right. Block. You can think about me being a coward all the block. While I'm living my peace, you can worry about me being a coward. How about that?
Right. And another thing with social media etiquette, if someone is on their personal page or in a group and they're making a post about their current coming campaign, work in progress, Amazon link, or something like that, unless you are asked to share your link in that specific post, this is not about you.
Oh,
this is about them.
Right.
And I've gotten fed up in the group because I've had people share their links and then someone pop into their post and start like, oh, mine's similar, but look at my artist and blah, blah, blah. Like my shit's so much better.
Why don't they? But the thing is, it's a
just make your own fucking post. Just make your own post. Don't hijack other people's threads. It's rude. It's unbecoming. Like it's just that it's like basic common sense, basic fucking etiquette.
Right.
And
I always found that weird.
Just over like half the internet.
I always found that weird, because it's like, why didn't you just make your own post? More people will see it.
Right?
Oh, Jake, aren't those shit starters the type that use that as a marketing strategy though to size up so they'll become momentary? Yes, absolutely. They become momentarily relevant. My favorite Fiverr tactic is telling me I have a lack of donations when I'm only running a sign up. No, I love that too.
My favorite's when they tell me they love my art. Bitch, how you know? 3 people have seen my art and all the comments.
I haven't funded, and I've long funded. It's like I think I have a feeling that they use bots to post, and then no, my favorite is when they start spamming each other.
Oh, that's greatness. I love that.
Yeah,
shit.
there was one incident. There was one incident where it's like one spammer posted and then another spammer replied. Like, so that's how I figured it was all bots.
I don't see that often.
No, it's rare, but it's glorious.
I appreciate it when it happens.
It's glorious.
Yes.
So on that show that Jose did, right? So he was talking about how important is it for us as creators to reciprocate, when we have campaigns. Now, of course, the obvious answer is you don't have to do shit.
You don't have to.
You don't have to do anything. There's no obligation to share anything or whatnot. Sure. But if you're looking for people, if you're looking for people to share your stuff and to care about your work, you kind of have to show that you care about theirs too.
I don't even think it has to be. For me, it's not even okay. So yeah, there is something I go and look for. Right. I don't care if you're sharing my stuff.
Well, that's true. Yeah.
I'm not even so fickle that I care that the people that you're sharing have to be a part of my network.
Right.
But what I'm looking for is that you're supportive in the community. You want support from me. Mm-hmm. I need to see you supporting someone else.
Right. Yeah.
And I'm not saying all the time, but if I can scroll back in your feed 6 months and never see anyone but you.
Right.
Nah, dude. Nah, that's not how it works.
Right. Yeah. Because what's really funny is that one of Jose's first interviews was with this guy, very popular online with his cartoons and whatnot, right?
Right.
So Jose does the interview. Jose was very excited to do this interview with the guy. And he does the interview and the show gets no traction whatsoever. And Jose was like, well, that's really weird. It's like, this guy is so popular online. Why is this show only getting like 5 views or something?
Because he never shared that he was going to be there.
So in the end, it's like that's kind of what he figured. That it's like, oh, that's weird. He never he went to his feed, never saw anything about the thing about the show or anything, right? And he really didn't. I mean, it bothered him, but he kind of didn't really think about it until he heard an interview with him on another channel on another show, and the guy was explaining how he never advertises shows that he's on, because it's like, no, because even though I'm on a show, if I advertise, I'm promoting you. I'm not and I'm all about just promoting me.
Please let me know who this was.
Oh, you know who it is already.
Oh, do I?
Yeah, because you blocked him as soon as I told you the story the first time.
Oh, okay. Well,
and after that, it was like for Jose, the guy never existed.
Yep.
It's like, he never shares his stuff. He never, it's like, you know what? It's like, so that's why, it's like he never got any traction, even though he was on the interview.
Get out of here.
Right. Jake. Even though he was on the interview, he felt that no. If I promote this show, I'm promoting somebody else other than me. And I don't do that.
No, if you want me to promote you, here's the thing. If you share, if you're going to be on a show on the network, I do it. Right. You've got at least.
But what's funny though? That's an attitude that I see a lot with cover artists. Because it's like, that's something I also noticed too with a lot of cover artists. They'll do especially high-end ones, they'll do covers, and most of the time you'll never share that shit. They'll never share the campaign. They'll do a cover. It's their
and they'll take a picture of their
cover,
cover, but they won't tell you where that shit came from. I've
you
seen
know. Yeah,
like,
it's like, but they will not. But they will not promote the campaign, even though it's their cover, right? But it's kind of like, oh, I got my money. I don't need to do. It's not my responsibility
charge
anymore.
you $1,000 for a fucking cover, and fucking you're lucky if
you know. It's like, and it's not just even that. It's like just a lot of people. It's like, oh, I didn't know you had a cover. It's like you would never know,
right?
You know, it's always other people, you know, talking about that cover, if at all. Like they get their money and then they leave. Michael, when it comes to sharing and promoting others, should I make a separate Facebook account that is separate from my personal account, or it does not matter?
That's going to be a personal choice,
right?
That like you can make a separate account, or you can just it's up to you. It's up to you.
I mean, honestly, I don't see the point in that. Unless you're doing something similar as Nita, where you're literally getting paid for it. But even then,
no, mine's my personal. My pro account is my personal account too.
Yeah,
like I just shift the audience when it's more private matters involving my children or whatever.
Right. I mean, it's like I think that you should leave it on your own account because it also shows your interests. You know, it's like I said, it's
and the algorithm will cater to you.
Right. And it's like it shows people what your other interests are. And if other people see it, it's like, oh, if you like this and you're doing your own book, maybe I'd like that too.
Right.
You know, so it's kind of like you're showing that, well, yeah, it's just you're just sharing what you like, you know, and what you're interested in. And I think that that only adds to your Grant says I kind of wish I kept my personal life and professional life separate. Well, that's kind of a different thing.
You can start doing that now to an extent. All I do
you're talking about like your
who
family,
can see my shit.
Yeah.
If it's personal, if it's family, if it's work outside of comics related, it involves my children, sometimes even my pets. That is strictly friends or a selected list that I have.
Right.
Like that's it. I actually have 3 categories. I have friends, which are the 3,000 plus people that I have dealt with personally and individually on Facebook. I have public, and then I have like immediate friends and family.
Right.
Like,
yeah.
Just a tight list.
Right. You know, it's like, Jody had posted something. I completely missed it. I saw his name pop up. Hey, Joe. I know it's been a while. Jody says, you had that happen too. I like your work. Can I DM you to talk more about it, to give you a pitch in their GoFundMe or their service? Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Like I said, I've been getting swamped with those. You know, the ones that I really hate too are, Joe says, that's why you need to specify that in your contract with them. It's weird that other artists love it when you promote them, but it kills them to talk about the project of where their work was done.
I suggest
I don't understand
writer
that.
or creator of a comic,
yeah.
when you contract an artist, that you demand at least 3 social media posts.
Right.
3. The entire
people
campaign.
That you're working on this.
Yeah, a minimum.
Yeah.
Because if not, some of them you won't see shit.
Right.
What's up, Will?
Oh, hey, Will. You know, I mean, like Robert, if cover artists say they will share it, but don't, I will nicely remind to share the campaign until they do.
Throw it in your contract.
Yeah, you know. Well, and also, but here's the thing though, if you have to fight with them to promote their own fucking work, make that the last time you work with them.
Yeah.
You know,
make it the last time.
Make it the last time, because you know what? It's like, look, especially for the amount of money that he was charging. So
yeah. For that amount of money, that fucking and the quality that came with that one.
Well, that's a completely different issue.
Yeah, I would have been like, yeah, you better share this every other day, dude.
Yeah, you know, that's a completely different issue. But it's like, it's I mean, you know what it is? It's like, you know, everybody wants to talk about it being a community. Well, you kind of have to act like it.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, it's like, if you want the benefits of community, you have to act, you have to put in like it's a community. You know?
Oh, yes. Milk the shit out of it.
Absolutely,
Make your fucking money. Yes.
Absolutely.
Well, here's the thing. There is community. But it's not a community. There are hundreds of individual communities throughout the industry of indie comics. You make your community.
Yeah.
You work in the industry.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. True. Because it's really funny to come across people that I've never heard of, and it's like, and they're like really, really successful in comics that I've never heard of them. And it's like, wow, sometimes you need to be reminded how small we are, but still how big we are too.
How big we are is really starting to come to a reality. Like, I'm starting to see that, because now that my network is expanding as far as Facebook and stuff, I'm finding people I've never seen before that are freaking phenomenal. And some of them I'm reluctant to even approach, because it's like, please don't get involved with some of these motherfuckers over here. Like, stay away, don't touch it. Don't touch it. It's fire. It's fire.
Right. Oh my God. It's
but
I don't
you
know,
can't,
it's funny.
you have to reach out. You have to jump outside of your tiny community to try to expand, to grow, to and network out. But it's just like,
but it's not a one-way street, and it's surprising to see how many people think that it's one way. That it's like, oh no, I promote me and me only.
Yeah.
And it's like, one, okay, you can do that, but we also see that too,
as you should be.
No, absolutely, Hojo. It's like, you need. It's very important to surround yourself with people who share your ambitions, who share your goals, who share, who pretty much we're all in this kind of like in this together, and not only that, because the last thing you want to build a community, not a bucket with crabs in it.
Yeah.
And it's like, and
or
that
charity.
requires, and you have to really be careful with who you surround. You want to surround yourself with people who want to see you succeed as much as you want to see them succeed.
Right.
And a person who says, oh, I only promote me, that does nobody any good. That doesn't even do them any good. Because it's like, if you're the type to go, oh, I only promote me, that means I never have to talk about you. Like a good neighbor, things get better if you do your share. No, yeah. It's like, look, nobody likes living next to the house that nobody takes care of. I literally have an abandoned house, on my street. It's like, oh, Hojo goes, and when people commission me for writing, I don't need to be contractually obligated to pimp that shit. I want people to see my stuff. Artists should be you would
but they're not.
that would be logical. That's logical to me. If I do a cover, I want everybody to see it. I want that cover, that artwork that I did, to be as successful as possible.
For sure.
On a campaign,
because that spreads you out.
Right.
I don't understand how it's like, oh, well, that promotes somebody else. No, it promotes someone else and you.
Right.
And you.
Yeah. Yeah. Don't be the guy who owns the abandoned house on the block. Because trust me, everybody on the block hates you.
Cut your lawn.
I mean, it's like, really, it's like, it's, I don't know. It's like, you would think that a lot of this, but you know what it is? You know where it comes from? You know where it definitely probably comes from. As I speak so assuredly with my definitely, probably, maybe not, that a lot of people look at each other as competition.
So stupid.
And and the thing is, like, oh, I don't want to help you because what if you're the competition? What if you do better than me? And it's like, well, it's like, well, one, I'm not your competition. The way I look at it is, it's like, I'm not your competition and you're not mine.
Right.
I mean, that's kind of how I look at everybody. I mean, it's like, look, we're doing such completely different things. It's like, how can you possibly be my competition? And it's kind of like the same way. And it's like, and here's the funny thing, because it's like, when you have people who like to collect a certain thing, right? they're not seeing you as competition. They're just seeing you as two different cakes they can now get pieces from. You know? Oh, what was that? I missed it, Jake. What the aesthetics of what? Cover artists who don't share think they're big fish in a small pond. Yeah, that doesn't help either. You know, and you know, but it's still ridiculous because it's like, you know, who also, because it's like those are the ones that get pulled out of those are the big fish are the ones the jaguars grab out of the pond too. You ever see those videos of the cat that it's hanging out in the koi pond and it grabs the biggest fish out of there and runs away with the koi, with the largest koi? So it's like, yeah, don't do that. Don't be that fish. You know, I mean, it's like, look, yes, it's like the fact that
that's healthy competition.
Well, you see, yeah, that's you see, that's the funny thing. It's like that's kind of not, that type of thing is kind of not what I'm talking about. It's like I'm talking about, you know, like people who it's like they just see just the fact that you're
don't act like you're the only person in the market.
You know, no, competition is good because, like, you know what, I want to see people better than me, so I have something to aspire to. You know, that's what you know, that's what I like. I like seeing people better than me. I want to see that. I want to aspire to something. You know, it's not good when you don't have something to aspire to. You know, but what I'm saying is like, it's when like people think that, oh, you're a creator and I'm a creator, and like if a person buys your book, it means they're not buying mine, right? And it's like that's not necessarily
you share
true.
plenty.
No, yeah, it's like let's see, Plunge Cast goes, not everyone is going to like what I put out, and so having others on talking about their work is a really good way to get readers back.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, it's like, so yeah, it's like, but my whole thing is like, you know, just because somebody buys my book doesn't mean that they're not buying your book as a response. I think that people kind of have a tendency to get hyper focused on that, though, because you exist, I can't shine. And it's like, that's kind of not how it works, really. Because Grant, well, go back to what Grant had said about his cryptid book, because he put out another guy who does a cryptid comic posted something crappy on Facebook on Saturday. Well, yeah,
and this is the rest of it.
You see, and here's it's right. Oh no, that's yeah. The one crappy comment is going to ruin your day. No, absolutely. You know, but here's William. The funny thing though. It's like, as creators, we see each other as like that, right? As consumers, we don't. You know, like as somebody who enjoys, you know, fantasy comics, there can never be enough fantasy comics for me.
Right.
You know, it's like, oh, it's like I'm doing a fantasy comic. Oh, somebody else did a fantasy comic. There's two fantasy comics.
Oh,
no. Look, I have two now. I can buy another one. You know, and so it's like, you know, it's the same thing with these romance fantasy books that I'm into, right? It's like I buy one and I go, there's another one, you know,
and you go buy it too,
and I go buy it too, and then it's like, there's another one.
You mean to tell me we can own more than one goddamn book and buy more than one creator?
No. Yeah. Oh, yeah. You see, that's a guy being a catty bitch.
That's a dick. That's a dick.
That's
what I was talking about.
Something right under my link that says, if you want to check out the original cryptid comic, so stupid. People have been making cryptid comics for years. It's
that's the shit that I'm talking about. Don't fucking bring, if someone makes a post,
you know what? That's
their
a person,
wall or in a group about if their shit.
Yeah, if I liked cryptids, I would never buy that person's book.
Yep.
If you're the type of person, that needs to put other people down to make yourself, you know, to make yourself seem better, I don't need your book. You know? Yeah, William says, too many lazy, petty people, always other people's fault if their stuff isn't moving. It's true. Yeah. Yeah. Competition. Dang, my cake sucks. Consumer. Wow. Two cakes. Exactly, Jake. That's exactly what I'm getting at. So, you know, so yeah. So, but I think that
that's what I said, William. Never. It's rude as fuck.
Yeah.
Unless it is a post soliciting you to add your links.
Yeah.
You leave that shit alone. You can compliment the person or move the fuck on.
Right. Yeah. You know, so it's like, yeah, that's right. You see, and that's the funny thing too, because that's how I see it too. Oh, more fantasy comics. Hey, I do a fantasy comic too. You want to trade links? You want to trade links? You know, I do that all the time. You know, I don't go to somebody's fantasy comic and it's like, oh, well, I have a better fantasy comic. It's like, one, better is subjective, you know.
It is good,
you know, and you know, but it's like, and what's even the point of that?
right.
You know,
it's ridiculous.
Yeah, no, it's so frustrating to see people do that. It's so unnecessary. How easily would it have been to just say, oh, you're doing a cryptid comic too? You know, it's like twinsies, you know, and then it's like, oh, here's a link if you also like cryptid books too. Like, I don't know. I think it depends whether somebody posts a link. Like, say I put up a post, I'm just posting, and someone says, oh, I do a fantasy comic too. Here's my link. I think depending on how they do that, I probably wouldn't mind it.
I do. I do, because you're taking time, you're doing the work. You sat there and made that post to promote your project. If they want to tell you about yours, then they can fucking DM you.
But then we already
no, there's a fucking difference. No, there's a difference. They can DM you and say, "Hey, I saw your post. We're doing a similar thing here. If you're interested, check out my link."
Well, that's true.
Not the same type of solicitation.
Right.
That's not the rando popping in your DM.
Right. Well, that's
they saw something on social media. However, when I take my time out of my day to make a specific post about a certain book or genre or whatever, and some motherfucker comes and they want to chime in with their shit, nothing pisses me off more, because that was my work for my fucking client who may or may not have paid me, and now you're piggybacking off of my fucking work. No, bitch, make your own post.
Right.
Make your own post.
Yeah. I don't know. Again, I think it has to do with the fact that
do your own damn work. Do your own damn work.
Yeah, the fact that that what you're doing is more likely to be work, and when I post, it's kind of like I'm looking for other books too. So you know, so it's like,
well, then if they have something, to me, that's them advertising themselves on. And what if it's something you don't even fucking like? What if it's one you don't? You're like, oh, how is this even related to me? No, fuck you. Hop in, message me, whatever.
Because you know what it is?
Whatever.
I've deleted posts more for like doing like random. I've deleted more random shit posts because someone had to ruin the vibe in the post, in the comments.
Well, that happens too.
Then if
like the fucking like the dude with Grant, man, fuck that guy. I hope
I hope you blocked him too, because it's like it's like, bro, it was unnecessary. It was unnecessary because, like I said,
unprofessional, unnecessary. It's rude as fuck.
Yeah.
You don't want him in your community. He may be in your industry, but you don't have to have him in your community. Kick him out. You are the homeowners association of your individual circle.
Yeah, you see, that's and that's how I look at it too. It's like, curate your experience. That's what I always say.
Well, William's not having self-esteem problems this morning.
Well, obviously not.
Yeah, you're not.
Somebody has to make up for it, you know.
I mean, it's I don't know.
Curate your community, and you know what? And here's the thing: it's kind of like, look, when a dog shits on your rug, right? You have to teach the dog not to do that again, right?
Right.
So it's the same thing with people who post shitty things like that. They're coming into your house and shitting on your rug. You know, you're the one that has to roll up the newspaper,
right?
You know, so it's like, so don't feel bad that you have to roll up the newspaper. You weren't the one going into someone else's house and shitting on their rug.
Right.
So that's kind of,
and that's not gatekeeping.
Right.
That's self-preservation.
Oh, you know what? That's also something too, right? Because, you know, something that I don't tolerate, that this I really don't tolerate, right? Is the shit stirrers, right?
Right.
Who they're literally in your feed literally for that. You know, they're not like, you can tell that they don't really give a shit about what you're saying or what you're promoting. They're just there to cause trouble, right?
Right.
And I don't have a problem blocking these people and deleting their comments. I don't have a problem with that, right? because the way I look at it is like, it's like, look, if you go into somebody's house and they have dogs that are constantly fighting, or their kids are constantly fighting, the kids and the dogs are fighting, you don't want to go in that house.
No.
So if we allow those people to flourish on our posts, people are going to less likely want to interact with that post.
Right.
So exactly. I don't feel a problem deleting people for being
that. And if you don't fucking get rid of that shit, it opens the gate, especially now with the pro accounts where we're allowed to have unlimited fucking followers.
Yeah.
Like, there is a certain way I expect people to conduct themselves within my post. They cross the line, and if it's not directly, like if it's something that could have been iffy, I will DM them and tell them, look, this shit doesn't fly here.
Yeah.
I also learned to hide certain fucking comments and shit like that, because I have to curate my entire feed. I'm reaching out to an audience. This is the door to my home. This is my fucking job. We're not in high school anymore. These aren't fucking lockers, bitches.
Right. Yeah.
Like, you have to make it yours.
And here's, and also the thing is too, is that, we try to put up these posts and promote people. And I want to talk about books that I like and comics that I've read, and the last thing I need is somebody ruining that.
Right.
Because the thing is, though, is that, like I said, it's like, hey, you don't want to go into somebody's house where the parents are fighting all the time.
No.
It's like, you don't. So we want to create a space where everybody can feel like, oh, this is the book that I like. This is what I like. And this, that, and the other thing. Oh, this is an artist that I like.
Right.
And like, again, there's certain things that are subjective. So it's like, if you don't like a piece of artwork, there is absolutely no reason to come into our feed to say, oh, that artwork sucks. Why did you
block those fuckers from the group?
Yeah. It's like, no, well, why did you? It's like, you could be anything.
Yeah. All you had to do was move on.
Yeah. All you had to do was move on, but you chose to be an asshole, and we're not tolerating that.
You didn't have to say their baby was ugly.
Right. Exactly. It's like, it's like, look, if I wanted to read Twitter shit, I'd be on Twitter, but here it's like, look, it's like, look, we're sharing stuff that we like, and if you don't like it, you don't like it. That's fine. But let that, yes, as the Buddha said, let that shit go. William Russell. It's like, how would they like it if we came on their pages telling them how their wife said they sucked in bed all the time? Well,
exactly. Assholes gonna asshole. That's just how it goes.
And the thing is, though, and there is no reason why we have to tolerate that.
No.
And it's like, look, you can say, oh, well, that's for cowards. And it's like, look, then okay, you have a problem with it, then you can go complain about it.
Mm-hmm.
If you have anything nice to say, don't say shit at all unless someone's asking for critiques. Keep your mouth shut. And here's the thing too. Hey, you have your own account. If you don't like something, go post it on there.
Post it on your wall.
Post it on your wall.
Right.
It's like, just like, you go to your own house and you talk shit about people in your own house, you go do that too. If you're the type that likes to smear shit on your own walls, you do that on your own walls.
Have fun with that. But don't expect me to come over.
Right, exactly. That's for sure. I mean, it's like, come sit on my couch that has the bed bugs on it.
Yeah, I'm a pass.
And it's like, no, it's like, curate your experience, curate your feed. It's like, look, conduct yourself the way you want. I'm sure, Paul. Luckily, you have your own show to talk about.
And you can do that, dude. And you got your own social media account. Fucking do it, bro.
Because that's really the thing that I don't understand. It's like, it's like it's like, look, I understand you. Look, not everybody has. Okay, let's see if Rogue can kind of. Some people suck. That's true.
They do.
It just boils down to it. I completely
and they're not even good at it.
I saw a post from a friend completely disrespecting my belief, and I just didn't hit the thumbs up. Then when I see her in person, I never mentioned it. We had a great talk about life and other things, but never brought it up. I agree. If you just don't like something, just move on. That's true.
It's so
that's
hard.
true.
Let me tell you, it's so hard.
But
to just be like, what?
If you didn't want to see that post, it was your right to delete it. you know? And it's like, and if she had a problem, why did you delete my post? Because I didn't appreciate it and I didn't want to see it on my feed. You wrecked my vibe. You know, it's like
I don't know if this comment makes me horny or worried. Like somewhere in the middle, like on the basement steps is like my zone.
Right. Oh my goodness. So yeah, so you know what? This is why Meredith kept it so succinct. She kept it straight up. Don't be an asshole. You know, that's the unofficial. Oh, see, the hell with that. When somebody runs their mouth about me, when I see them in person at Comic-Con, I give them all the opportunity in the world to talk that same shit in person. It's amazing how they cower down in person. What is it that there was a post that I said?
You should say that because see, I am in real life, I am 4'10" tall.
Right.
There was
She's 3 apples high
that talked mad shit about me all the fucking time online. I finally had the opportunity to walk up to his booth at MegaCon in 2021, and the dude had to go to the bathroom.
Right.
Like seriously, like he had nothing to say. And then for the rest of the convention, every time he'd see Meredith and I for the fucking 4 days we were there, if he saw us coming, he would duck.
Yeah.
He would duck out.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, you're just so big now, huh?
You know, it's like, what is it that someone a long time ago had said online?
Oh, shit, yeah. Don't fuck with William. He'll smash you. He'll step on you.
He's as big as a polar bear. Too, like when we met Michael Odin for the first time, and it was just like, oh my god,
hello, sir.
Hello. It's like, my neck hurts. It's like it's fucking big as a bear, for fuck's sake, you know. What is it? It's like people forgot what it's like to get popped in the mouth. It was something like that.
Yeah. Where it was Mike Tyson. Fucking oh god, where is it? It was William. The sad thing is, like Mike Tyson said, the internet made people comfortable with disrespecting people without getting punched in the mouth.
No, that's it.
Yep. There's nobody gets off at the wrong bus stop anymore to take care of business.
You know, right? Yeah, you know. So it's like, so nobody knows what it's like to get popped in the mouth. So they act like this online. You know, one person ran away from me, and my friend said we never threatened them. No, but you know what? They know what they did.
They know what they ran away. That's all it takes.
If they ran away, they know what they did. I say, I'm kind of taking the stance. I'm done turning the other cheek. I'm tired of giving people free passes to be
an asshole.
No, absolutely.
Yeah, no way.
Delete, block.
block.
You know what? It's like stop letting people wreck your vibe out of like a false sense of
dude's a giant.
I know. It's like, I know. You know, I mean, really, you know, it's like, you know, for a guy, it's like literally, it's like almost like, oh, you are the Roman Empire. What the fuck?
That's exactly what it is.
No, that's it's like
that fence makes you so brave.
You know what? It's
until you find the fucking flaw in the links and the big dogs pushing through.
Fairness is for news agencies. You know, fairness, you know, it's like that's for CNN to worry about. Okay, we're individual people that need to keep our peace.
Yeah, you do.
You know, it's like we want to keep our vibes. You know, we don't have to do shit in you know, it's like because of this pretend sense of fairness.
No one owes anyone anything unless there was an actual exchange.
You know, if you know, it's like, so if someone is wrecking your vibe, no matter what that vibe is,
cut them off.
You have a right. You cut them off. You have a right to block often, delete their posts, you know, delete their comments. You know, it's like, and if someone's being purposefully disrespectful to you under any circumstance, delete that post. Don't say, oh, well, if I delete that post, it means I'm a coward. No, it means you're trying to keep your peace.
It happens.
That purpose,
I purposely don't name names.
Right.
I will. Well, that's not always true because I have brought up a couple of shit starters like the Wheelers and stuff. But for the most part, I will just fucking ignore that shit. But yeah, they will continue to come in and try to push your fucking buttons.
Right.
And
no,
those
exactly.
And these
are people who are doing that on purpose. And I don't see why you feel like anyone feels the need to have to acquiesce to them. You know, it's like, no, they're coming in ruining your vibe. Rogue. Oh, please understand. I went to prison at 17, came home at 27. Oh, if it's not worth killing over them, just let it go. It's true. That's what Jose says. That's what Jose says. But sometimes you just have to not allow yourself to be pushed around. Delete, block, and dismiss these idiots. It's true. It's true. And I think that, it's like, look,
and like that just shows their level of cowardice.
No, exactly. But you know what?
Let them go.
It's their own show. It's their own show. Let them talk shit about them in their own house. They don't come to my house and shit on my rug and then get mad when I kick them out.
Right.
You know? So, you know, oh, there it is. And William's like, you know, so yeah, I know how to push buttons back to make somebody pass the first punch and then his game is over. Right. I mean, you know what? Yeah, it's like, thank you, Michael.
Thank you.
For a show that we had no idea what we were going to talk about.
No, and we were in a bad. Look at me. I'm in a good mood now. I don't
maybe that's what it is.
We just got it out, Daphne. That's what it was.
We got it out. We're talking to our friends
DMs and shit.
We're talking to our friends.
Now it's like, okay, this isn't so bad.
You know,
okay,
it's
so I'm
like
sorry. I said fuck this shit this morning. Okay, guys.
Like group therapy. But you know, but you know what's funny? This is exactly what I mean when like this is our community, right? So it's like, so community. Community, we have an issue. What do we do? Easy, block, delete, hide the comment. You know, and it's like, it's like, look, it's like,
drop some trash in the fucking yard, be accountable and pick it up.
Right.
That's one thing that this industry and community lacks is self-accountability.
That's true. Like people just be acting up and
you fuck up because genuine people are more forgiving than you would think.
Right. You know,
it's not that hard, people. Communication's a good thing too.
Right.
That's something else that people fail to do. As much as this is called social media, none of us know how to communicate. The second someone does something that ruffles your fucking feathers, you run and fucking just. I'm not talking about the direct assholes. I'm talking about friends. I have watched people be super, super tight and then go.
Yeah. Yeah. It's
over
weird.
Nothing.
Yeah. But it's like, look, so some people have bad days. Sometimes they post things without thinking, not because they're having, you know, issues or whatnot. And it's like, yeah, I understand that, but I'm still going to delete your post.
Right.
I'm still going to delete your comment because, you know, you're still wrecking my vibe. You know, but I guess like the moral of the story is it's like, you know, if you want a community, you have to commit yourself to building that community.
Right.
To be part of that community. Exactly. You know, it's like, do you have to do anything? No, you don't. But it does make it easier, you know, because it's like, you know, isn't it nicer to have people share your stuff because they want to, because they enjoy it? It's like, oh, look at this fantasy comic. Look at this cryptid comic. You know, it's like, oh, and I love cryptids. Here's another one. Here's another cryptid comic. You collect all the cryptid comics. You know, it's like, you know, how much easier it's that to have people have actual enthusiasm
and so much better to keep it positive on your own feed and wall, because if someone comes over and they're friends with you and you're the asshole that's telling Grant, well, look at my original, you know what, that all of a sudden made me
you're doing cryptids. Ain't nothing original about
a fucking cryptid.
Look, it's like look, I do a comic with a unicorn girl.
Okay,
you know, I do a comic with unicorns in it. That is so not original. It's not even funny, but it's how it's execution that matters. Yeah. Yes. You know, it's another superhero. Look, there are people who collect superhero comics.
Like that fucking asshole on Grant's post. Dude, I don't get. You tell me who that was so I can block them. DM me and let me know. You know, because I would never share shit from them.
No, because it's like that. It was rude and unnecessary.
Right.
You know, it's like it's cryptids. You know, I mean, it's like anybody can. Anybody can, it's how you do it. It's the story you tell. It's like some asshole, some troll who says, oh, that my comic was a ripoff of Acorna. And it's like, what was her name? Anne McCaffrey.
The
Anne McCaffrey book. And I go, one, I never read Acorna, and two, you never read my book, but I'm pretty sure my book has nothing to do with Anne McCaffrey. You're just seeing something superficial, and you're saying it's all the same.
Because there's nothing new, there's nothing original anymore. It's just variations of the same old stuff. Right. And then, of course, William throws in, well, except for Psycho Sal, that's just the best. It is a great book. It is a great book. I don't say that lightly.
But there's a whole bunch of cool horror comics out there. Look, cake. There's cake for everybody.
Go eat it.
How can you be mad at cake? Except maybe if it has raisins in it. Maybe I'll give you, that one. When you think it's chocolate chips, but it's actually raisins. But it's like,
go away, Hojo.
But you know what, Hojo? It's a werewolf. I'm good.
That's all you have to do to sell Daphne. Werewolf.
I'm good. We're good.
Hey, Daphne.
What?
This has been fun.
Yeah, I think so too.
I gotta pee.
Oh no!
And we're past the hour mark.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, that's true. So we've been doing that lately. So we got to get our shit together. So, so any final? Robert, I write successful werewolf comics. It's been done, but I put my own spin on the lore. Absolutely, and I collect the shit out of yours too. So, you know what? Really, So, the cake for everybody. Let's all enjoy the cake. Let's all enjoy the cake. So, because Nita has to pee. If you want
just go. If you want to keep going, we can.
Well, if you want to learn more about me and my art, okay. If you want to learn more about me and my artwork and all the stuff that I do and the campaigns that I run, you're gonna head on over to my main portfolio site at egoworks.com. Hold on, let me find the graphics at egoworks.com, EGOWORKS, where you can find links to all of my galleries and social media sites, but I mostly post to Facebook if you are interested in seeing sketches and current work in progress updates and whatever live updates I may have. And I also post to YouTube. It's like go to YouTube for all my videos, 500 plus videos on how I make my comics and my artwork, and also for my semi-weekly art live streams Wednesdays at 4 p.m. Eastern, 2 hours of me drawing and just talking with everybody in the chat. It's like whatever you want to discuss, we usually talk about. It's like, it's like we all learn together on my live stream. So I will be running a live stream this Wednesday at 4 p.m., like I said, from 4 to 6 p.m. Eastern, so you can follow me there as well. Also, you can read Eagle Raven, Heir of the First Unicorn, for free. But remember that Eagle Raven is on Kickstarter as well. Issue 8 out of a 15-issue story arc. It is on there right now. There's 11 days left, I think, for the campaign. But if you want to check it out before you commit to the campaign, you can read Eagle Raven, Heir of the First Unicorn, for free, uploading every day, Monday through Friday. But if you prefer your fantasy to be more of a furry Lord of the Rings adventure, you can follow the link. Over to Tall Tales, TAILS online.com. And not only can you read the first 20 issues of Tall Tales for free, you can catch up on the latest story arc, Tears in the Mother, which is also currently uploading Monday through Friday. So thank you so much, everybody, for joining us. And in the words of the ancients, eat your food, moisturize, mind your business, and do the work. And if you have to go to the bathroom now.
Yeah, man, that was orgasmic. Holy shit. I've been holding it. My eyeballs was floating. Do not recommend.
Right. So remember, it's like eat your food, moisturize, mind your business, and do the work. Because when you actually do the work, you never have to fake any of your accomplishments. And what else?
And guess what else? Because before we go out, we're going to throw some bumps for other podcasts. And why are we doing that? Because they're on another network and they're not our competition. They're part of our community.
Right. There you go. Okay. And so don't be an asshole. So see you guys later. Bye.
Bye.
It's Monty Moore. I'm a 30-year comics veteran in comics, games, and movies, and you've been watching one of my absolute favorite podcasts, Catch the Craze.
You are watching Catch the Craze.
What am I listening to?
And you're listening to Catch the Craze.
Where are all the indies at?
A Catch the Craze podcast.
What are you watching?
I'm watching Catch the Craze.
What are you going to do?
Subscribe now to Catch the Craze, the #1 show online for independent.
Have you subscribed to?
You are an independent. Catch the Craze! Making moves on your own. Catch the Craze! On your grind in the streets. Catch the Craze! Join the movement. Catch the Craze!
Live your motherfucking life. You got to get your motherfucking hustle. Understand niggas is going to hate you regardless. Get that out of your head, that fantasy world where niggas ain't hating on you. You got to be grateful. You need haters. What the fuck is you complaining about? What the fuck do you think a hater's job is? To fucking hate. So let them motherfuckers do their goddamn job.